What up, True Crime fam? Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time to kick back.
Yes, kick back with us.
It's True Crime time, man. We got parents discover their son is a wanted killer by no one other than Dr. Insanity. Need y'all to do us a big favor, man. Go ahead and throw a thumbs up on the video right now if y'all supporting the channel, man. Help us out.
Comment down below.
Y'all already know how it is, man. Let's go ahead and get into this video.
Get into it.
Get them snacks,
Get y'all snacks, get y'all dinner, or whatever.
You already know it.
You're Brandon. Rachel. Jeremy.
This is 21-year-old Brandon Reisner standing alongside his two parents. For the last 6 hours, Brandon has been on the run from police after brutally killing his best friend.
Your best friend?
Best friend?
Headed back towards Collingwood.
And as Brandon's parents learn their son is an alleged killer, all they can do is pray as they patiently wait for their son's fate.
Rachel, Jeremy, y'all can have a seat out here. Would you like to talk in private?
On a cold November morning in 2022, a ditched Toyota Prius would be discovered by officers in Rome, Georgia.
There's nothing, that's what I was looking for, there's nothing.
Why this car was ditched in the middle of a creek is something police were yet to figure out.
Y'all don't think he's in there?
No, I don't.
Okay. Son's name's Aaron Davis. Supposed to be coming to Rome to see some friends and going to Alabama to see his girlfriend.
I don't think you made it there.
Nah. I wonder why his car down there.
Crazy thing is, there's nothing, I mean, there's no acceleration. It's almost like it just
Road off there.
yeah. Did it go all the way up in park or something? Yeah, I mean, there's lights on like it's, but it ain't running.
I rolled over here to see what was going on. He was down there cleaning out the trash.
A tow truck would eventually come and lift the vehicle out from the creek, and upon searching the license plate number, they would discover it belonged to 21-year-old Aaron Davis. Luckily, the town of Rome, Georgia is relatively small, and officers were already familiar with the name, so Lieutenant Sailors would give Aaron's father a call a few minutes later.
Okay. Yeah, can you see if you maybe can get a hotel in there? Check in with him, see where his car's supposed to be.
Can you just found the car abandoned there?
Yeah, it's actually off in a little ditch. We're in the process of getting it out. I don't think there's anybody in it right now.
Aaron's car being ditched is just as much of a mystery to his father as it is for the police. Yeah. However, he did have some useful details he was able to give the lieutenant following this call. The night prior to this footage, Aaron went to visit his longtime friend, Brandon Reisner. The two had been friends since middle school, and their friendship continued all the way through college. Aaron had just recently graduated from Brigham Young University, so his over 60-mile travel to visit Brandon was meant to celebrate the new start to adulthood. But ever since Aaron had left for Brandon's house, nobody had heard from him. And his phone would go straight to voicemail.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When y'all going places, you might not want to do it, but it's always good to put send your location to somebody.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do. At least they can try to find your last spot or something where you've been at.
Phone would go straight to voicemail. All of these strange mysteries would lead Aaron's father to file a missing persons report, and an investigation to find Aaron would officially begin. First, and most obviously, police would give Brandon Reisner a call, as he was supposedly the last person to have been in contact with Aaron.
Hey, I'm Lieutenant Sailors, Rome Police. You doing all right today?
Yes, I am. I'm looking for my friend right now.
Yeah, that's what I was calling about. You hadn't heard from him?
I have not. I've tried calling him and it's just gone straight to voicemail. And I heard he was at Heritage Park, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm looking around. Do you guys know where the pause?
Yeah, it was in a ditch over there. When's the last time you saw her?
I saw him last night.
About what time?
Well, we started drinking around like 12
Uh-huh.
noon. He started throwing up pretty bad. He told me to leave him alone. I guess I woke up around like 1 or 2 a.m.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I saw that his car was gone.
All right. Well, if y'all hear from him, let us know, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Brandon's story made complete sense. He even claimed to be actively looking for Aaron at the time of the phone call, as any good friend would do.
Right.
It seemed like Brandon was clearly the person they needed to speak to further in order to get to the bottom of Aaron's disappearance. So a few hours later, they showed up, unannounced, at Brandon's house to get more answers about what happened the night before. This time, face to face.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Officer Gar with the Road Police Department. We're following up on all this. Can you walk me through what's going on? Just make sure we're all on the same page.
We started drinking
Yeah.
around 12 yesterday.
Yeah, it's you and Aaron, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Anyone else for you guys?
and went somewhere, and I had bought some red wine,
Yeah.
and came back here, started drinking red wine.
He doesn't drink too often, so
Yeah.
he had gone upstairs and was just puking everywhere to the toilet. It was like standing up and puking for some reason. I went downstairs and he needed blood.
That he doesn't need any help. I went downstairs, dropped a bottle, cut my pinky, and I went to the urgent care this morning, took a shower, went to bed,
Okay.
and then woke up.
Isn't it crazy how calm he is and how he just flowing with the story that he's
Right.
telling?
It's like
It's kinda scary.
like rehearse it. But then how you say it's kind of scary too. Because that was my friend, I would have been in a panic. I'm like, oh, what happened? Like,
Right.
where is he? Like, you know?
He got it
Especially
down
that was
pat.
my best friend since middle
Middle
school.
school. Yeah.
I went to the urgent care this morning, took a shower, went to bed,
Okay.
and then woke up 1 to 2 a.m. and his car was gone.
Despite Brandon's strange demeanor, Aaron's actions last night connect with the ditched car and lack of response for the last 12 hours. If Aaron was a light drinker and got heavily intoxicated,
Could've.
who knows what he could have done while completely by himself.
Right.
So, how long have you and Aaron been friends?
We met when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
And then we became more like close friends, I'd say, like around freshman.
We're still trying to find him. I don't know. You know, he may just be staying at a hotel, sleeping off whatever happened last night. It doesn't necessarily mean he's in danger or anything like that. You have any problem with us checking inside the house? No problem. No ferocious iguanas or anything? You never know, man. People have all kinds of pets.
The officer would search the house and find some interesting discoveries. Several doors would be locked, specifically the door leading to Aaron's room, where he supposedly threw up several times.
Why?
This was
Right.
strange,
Yeah.
so Brandon would be called inside to help get them up to Aaron's room.
Do you mind coming in here with me so you can just show me where I'm going and all?
Yeah.
This makes it a little bit easier. The bathroom is up there that he was up checking in. I got you.
Roll call.
Oh, Lord. Is that what's in the laundry right now, I guess? Okay.
Or the clothes.
Officers would notice a strong chemical smell coming from the room and find excessive amounts of cleaning supplies. But all of that would mean nothing compared to what they found next.
There's a significant amount of blood next to the bed, too. Decent. More than just vomit all the way over here. Looks like it's been there a while, but he could have been throwing up blood, I guess. See all that? It's weird to be throwing up blood like that. Not to mention,
Right.
if he had alcohol poisoning, he wouldn't have been able to get up and move around this morning.
Exactly.
Especially at 2 or 3 in the morning. He's poured powder right there, too.
The cops are starting to find the whole scenario awfully suspicious.
Cops be as a
The
detective.
odd story from Brandon, the puddles of blood in Aaron's room, the hundreds of dollars worth of cleaning supplies.
Hundreds of dollars?
It seems as though Brandon sensed the officer's suspicion arising as well, as when Aaron's room was being searched, he decided
You don't want
to
him in
do
there?
this.
Oh, he just took off.
Aaron.
He should have never let him in there. Harrison, he went.
He's up to Phoenix.
That boy.
Head back towards Collinwood.
Running.
He out of there. He know they seen that blood and stuff.
Somewhere between LaPorte and Eastside, we're living in these houses. Go up to the house, get in the backyard. Possible 1043 suspect.
Run that towards 8.
Give me more units.
Unfortunately, officers lost sight of Brandon.
Took off
He officially managed to escape the police, at least for now. Desperate for any leads that might aid in finding Brandon, police began going door to door around the neighborhood, questioning witnesses who might have caught a glimpse of where he had fled. During this effort, one officer encountered a neighbor who happened to be on a call with Brandon's father, Jeremy. Quickly, the officer took the phone to speak with him directly.
Hey, sir, I'm Lieutenant Silas from Police.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Reisner, the homeowner.
Yes, sir.
My Brandon's father.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to talk to Brandon. Do you know where he is?
No, I thought he was still at home. Now, earlier we had told him maybe drive around the areas where they normally hang out and try to look for him for Aaron.
He
Okay, we'll keep trying to get hold of him. We're still about an hour away, working our way there.
Even Jeremy was clueless regarding Brandon's whereabouts, and seemingly so was everyone else, as an entire hour would go by with Brandon nowhere to be found.
Brandon just vanished.
What? You see how fast he took off?
Gone. Track star.
Sorry, I realize you might not be able to answer this question. I don't know the answer, but I'll try. Is there suspicion that Brandon is involved in hurting Aaron or something? There's suspicion of something happening in the home. Beyond getting thrown off. Well, we don't know. They're lifelong friends. We called back after the boy's mom called us. We called back and said, when did you last see Aaron? He says, I guess he left during the night. That's all we did. We went to look for him where the car was reported.
Yes.
Powers that be have our number?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
While trying his best to assist the police with the investigation, Jeremy would return to his house, where he discovered Brandon's phone. Up until that point, Jeremy had been doing everything he could to help the police track down his son. However, after finding the phone, his cooperation came to a sudden stop. He refused to hand the phone over, leaving police to wonder, had he seen something on it?
Right.
Or was he hiding something far more unsettling? Let's get back to Jeremy, who would go on to discover Brandon's phone while searching around the house. This was a huge discovery for the investigation, as it could help trace where Brandon could have gone off to. But unfortunately, Jeremy was unwilling to give up the phone to cops until he could better understand the situation. After all, Brandon is his son, and he is innocent until proven guilty. So giving up the phone could be a tragic mistake. Again, hours go by with no further leads or clues as to where Brandon went. What Jeremy managed to find on Brandon's phone during this period will forever remain a mystery. However, when police spoke to him again, his demeanor would shift dramatically.
He probably knows.
Alright, so first of all, I understand you found his cell phone. That's right. You want to turn that over to us? Maybe. Okay.
I do. My gut says yes, but at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably need to go through it. So you
probably know
at least maybe where he's been today. There is a significant amount of blood in that upstairs bedroom. Yeah, on the carpet. But I wanted to be straight up with you. No, fine. Okay. I appreciate that. Do you have a warrant that would include the phone? No, we'd have to get one at some point, so we couldn't go into it without that. So some text back and forth.
Come on, Dad.
That'd be something else, you know. And that's him, you know. But I can't promise you that. I don't know.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know what I was in there, so.
I want to. I don't know, as a
father, I understand. But,
all right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep walking.
Something had changed. Whatever was on that phone had to be disturbing. and the officer seemed to have caught on to this as well.
Because he doesn't know what's going on. But he seemed a little shocked that we're at his house. You know, he seemed respectful in the sense that he was okay with us being at his house and doing what we needed to do. I couldn't really get a feel for him. He may just be covering for his kid. He's got to be. Him having the phone and not being shattered tells me that his son handed it to him. So he found the phone. Tells us that he found
So you might know it.
but doesn't want to give it to us without a search warrant.
Text messages out there. Probably. You was telling right here that they were texting her and asking for if anyone had seen Aaron there. I wonder if this text were sent since we've been here though.
These officers were spot on with their theory.
They're good.
On the phone, Brandon would leave an array of horrifying notes, such as, his scream became a gargle as he swallowed his tongue. I like dark places where my mind melts. It feels so good and I feel so cool. My brain's a waterfall running out of my nose like drool. I can turn myself on in the blink of an eye. They notified me as the smartest man alive. Additionally, he would leave a to-do list following the murder of Aaron. 1. Schedule last 3 songs. This was in reference to his YouTube channel where he would post his music. 2. Vacuum. 3. Laundry. 4. Shower in my shower. 5. Take bath. Tomorrow. 1. Text Rachel that Aaron threw up horribly. I think there was some blood in it. 2. I woke up and he was gone. Whether or not these exact messages were what alarmed Jeremy is unknown, but something on that phone made it clear to him that Brandon had killed Aaron. And just an hour later, Jeremy would call police detailing that he was with Brandon and that he was willing to surrender and turn himself in. So 25 minutes later, Brandon and his parents would arrive at the station.
You're Brandon. Rachel. Jeremy. Thank you.
So go ahead and just detain him anyway.
Yeah,
he tried to
he
take
ran.
off again.
Right.
Taking it too easy.
Rachel, Jeremy, y'all can have a seat out here. I'm gonna take him back there and we'll talk, man. Would you like to talk in private?
Dad, you seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back out with you, okay? Anything in your pockets that I need to know about?
Wallet and keys.
Those real quick. Anything else?
No.
Sorry about that. Go ahead and have a seat.
Now that Brandon was secured, the detective would sit him down to try and get a basic confession or any information that might ease the path to conviction.
Alright, like I was saying, I'm Detective York. I work here at the wrong PD, of course. Detective York, yep, that's me. So before we get started, got some paperwork you gotta fill out.
The detective would start the interview by getting Brandon's basic information and contact addresses.
So I'm gonna read you some stuff before we get started, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you are asked questions and have him with you during questioning.
I would like a lawyer.
You would like a lawyer, okay?
Of course.
Alright, sit tight for just a minute.
Brandon was smart. He knows nothing he says in the interrogation room will go on to help him in court, so he decides to keep his mouth shut.
He's so calm.
While this is unfortunate for the detective, Brandon's parents are more than willing to have a discussion with him. So instead, he turns his attention over to them to try and get the information that he's looking for.
Cause they know. I'm sure he done told Daddy done told the mama.
Right.
That's what she just. I promise you, I think that Daddy would protect him and would have let all that go away if he could.
If he could, right.
Cause how he acting. Like, if your child is wrong, you gotta just accept the fact your child is wrong.
Exactly.
You can love your child, but when your child takes the life of somebody else and do something crazy, you gotta let all that kind of.
You gotta let all that go. And
justice.
just turn them in.
Yeah.
And then especially that was somebody that y'all know too.
Yeah, they had known
And I'm
for
pretty
that
sure
long.
y'all didn't know his parents as well. So
exactly.
I would have just, go ahead and give him the phone. Like, yeah, this what happened. I, still love your child regardless. But some people don't. Some people just don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, some people just cut them off after stuff like that.
Right, but I don't know.
Thank you.
No, there's a lot going on right now. Anything that we can do, y'all, right now.
Did you find that body? I can take you out. Try to show you. I can try to show you.
You can try to show us
The general area, yeah.
Okay.
There's an old cemetery. Then you turn left. Trendle, something like Trendle.
Okay.
We can show you all that.
This statement from Jeremy was crucial information to track down Aaron's body.
Right.
But as valuable as this information is, the detective recognized the importance of capitalizing on the opportunity to gather as much from Jeremy as possible while he remained cooperative. With this in mind, he shifted his focus to delving deeper into Brandon's personal life before turning to search for the body.
Brandon had been brought home from college because he was having anxiety attacks, he was having suicidal thoughts, he was having visions, brought him home to make him safe. I think I got his medications right. Got a call from Brandon this morning at 9 or 10. He was asking about one thing I'm falling. So they had drank. He didn't want Dad finding out that he was falling upstairs in the corridor. That's all we heard. Then an hour or two goes by, and boy's mom calls us. All right, called Brandon back on the meeting after 10 murder. So, you know where Aaron is? He says, well, together around 5. And we were told Aaron had run away. Brandon ran from the house right from the police. His body's luckily there. He's mentally unstable. He has Tourette's since he was a kid, diagnosed as a kid. And with that comes OCD, and people say they have OCD one time, they don't understand. And so they live with that.
This raises the possibility that his actions may have been influenced by mental instability. However, it's important to consider the context. Jeremy's statements could be an attempt to have Brandon plead insanity in court. Therefore, it's essential to approach these claims with a grain of salt, as they may not fully reflect the reality of the situation. Regardless, police now had an approximate location of where Aaron's body should be, so all hands went on deck to search the cemetery Jeremy had described.
They're trying to protect his
Aaron was found, buried in the cemetery, behind a secluded area in the back of the property. Even worse was that his body was wrapped inside the very sheets he slept on in Brandon's house. The speculation had come to an end. Brandon Reisner was a cold-blooded murderer. Right after this discovery, Brandon was placed under arrest for the murder of Aaron Davis and transported to the local prison. But the cops found his behavior very unconventional.
Stay right there. Come
Go up to the counter, let them follow their instructions. This is Walker. You got ID in here if you want. For me? No, we're talking to you. Oh. You've got your ID in there. Yeah.
Officers stated that Brandon remained eerily calm while being transported and seemed completely unfazed by the entire situation. And while Brandon had been successfully captured and the case had seemingly came to a successful conclusion, officers had one tragic duty to complete before the end of the day. Break the news to Aaron's parents that their son had been murdered.
Any questions? Here? I don't know a whole lot because I'm not. Been here doing all the research.
That's tough.
Be specific.
I see you. Oh, you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Oh.
Do that.
And I'm pretty sure they know him as a kid too.
Family needs him.
Oh, but she wouldn't.
Aaron was a recent college graduate and a good kid with a bright future ahead of him. His sudden death is nothing short of an evil, horrifying act on Brandon's behalf, and justice had to be served for Aaron's and his family's sake. That justice would come inside the courtroom. On July 18th, 2024, Brandon was left with little to no defense for his crimes, and his plea to claim mental insanity was quickly ruled out.
I've come to the conclusion that justice requires that Mr. Reisner be sentenced on count 1 to imprisonment for life without parole. And that's what I'm going to do.
He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after pleading guilty to the murder and mutilation of Aaron Davis.
That made no sense. I'm glad they ruled out that mental or whatever it is. Yeah.
And they got him.
Because the daddy would try everything in the book to still get his son off, knowing your son is a cold-blooded killer.
You know, and it's so sad because I'm pretty sure they had to know the other family because since
fifth grade,
they know each other. So I'm pretty sure that you know his parents too. Like
that's why the mother was like, "Why would he do that?"
Yeah, because I'm pretty.
I really want to know what happened.
I want to know what happened. Like what led up to him doing that. Like he didn't give no answers. He was so nonchalant. He was
the whole time. He had it typed up too on his phone and notes what he was gonna do and how. What made you do that? That guy came to see you before he went to go see his girlfriend.
Yeah. And then the stuff that the daddy found on the phone, like, why was you
he was trying to hide? Yeah. I'm telling you, the daddy would have protected him forever and let him get away with it and forget the other family. You know what I'm saying? We want to know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all drop your thoughts below like y'all always do. Let's get down there and have some adult conversations.
Right.
And if y'all know any more information on this story, let us know down below too, man. Because we be down there. I want to know. If anybody know like what happened, if you heard anything on another page, anything like what happened,
like around that time, yeah.
So don't forget to throw a thumbs up on the video as well too. Check out the rest of them. We'll catch you on the next one.
Catch y'all next one.